When Darius Collins told his mother he was bringing his girlfriend to Sunday dinner, she clapped her hands with joy. "It's about time we met her," she said, stirring the pot of collard greens. "You've been talking about this Leah girl for months." Darius smiled shyly. "She's special, Mom. I think she's the one." His sister, Nia, scoffed from across the kitchen. "Please. The one. You said that about Chantel, too." "Chantel was a phase," he replied. "Leah is different." Nia rolled her eyes, tossing the dish towel onto the counter. "Different how? She's not from our side of town. She don't even sound like us." Darius sighed. "She's educated, respectful, and kind. You'd know that if you gave her a chance." Their mother intervened softly. "Now, Nia, don't start. Be nice. Family dinner is about love, not attitude." But Nia muttered, "We'll see." By evening, the Collins home was spotless. The smell of baked mac and cheese filled the air. Leah arrived in a cream-colored dress, holding a bouquet and a small dessert box. "Good evening, Mrs. Collins," she greeted warmly. "Oh, Leah." "Welcome, sweetheart," Mrs. Collins said with a smile. But Nia didn't smile. She folded her arms and stared, her mind already spinning with judgment. Everyone gathered at the long oak table. Candles flickered, gospel jazz played softly, and plates were filled with fried chicken, yams, greens, and rice. Darius sat beside Leah, beaming with pride. "Mom, this is the woman I told you about." Leah smiled. "It's lovely to finally meet you all." His father nodded approvingly. "Good to have you here. Darius talks about you often." But Nia leaned back in her chair, sipping her juice. "So, Leah, what do you do?" "I'm a stylist," Leah replied kindly. "I work at a fashion boutique in Midtown." "Oh, so you dress people for a living," Nia said with a smirk. "That must be glamorous." Leah chuckled awkwardly. "It's not always easy, but I love it." Mrs. Collins gave Nia a sharp look. "Don't be rude." "I'm not being rude," Nia said, shrugging. "I'm just asking questions." Darius reached for Leah's hand under the table. "Ignore her," he whispered. Leah nodded quietly, but her heart began to pound. She could feel the tension thickening like steam in the room. Dinner continued, but the mood soured. Every time Leah spoke, Nia had a sarcastic reply. "So, Leah," Nia said, "where did you grow up again?" "Some fancy neighborhood." "Actually in Decatur," Leah replied. "My mom's a nurse, my dad's a teacher." "Oh, so middle class," Nia mocked. "Nice." Darius slammed his fork down. "What's wrong with you tonight?" Nia shrugged. "Nothing. Just being real. We all know not everyone fits in this family." Leah tried to change the subject. "The food is amazing," she said with a smile. "Especially the rice." "Thank you," Mrs. Collins said. "That's Nia's dish." Leah turned to her. "You cooked it perfectly." For a moment, Nia softened. But then she saw Darius smile lovingly at Leah, and jealousy surged like fire. "Perfect," Nia repeated bitterly. "You sure about that?" Leah blinked. "Yes, why?" Without warning, Nia grabbed the rice bowl and tilted it forward, spilling it across Leah's dress, plate, and lap. "Nia!" Mrs. Collins screamed. Leah gasped, frozen in disbelief as warm rice slid down her dress. Nia put on a fake expression of guilt. "Oh my God, my hand slipped." Darius shot up from his chair, fury in his eyes. "Don't you dare lie. You did that on purpose." Leah's voice trembled. "It's okay," she whispered, tears pooling in her eyes. "No, it's not." Darius yelled. "You disrespected her in front of everyone." His father stood. "Enough," he thundered. Nia, apologize now. Nia crossed her arms. For what? It was an accident. Leah excused herself, her voice breaking. I need to clean up. She rushed to the bathroom, shaking. Her reflection in the mirror looked like a stranger, humiliated, heartbroken. From outside, she could hear muffled shouting. Mrs. Collins' voice cracked with anger. I raised you better than this, Nia. That was hateful. In the living room, tension exploded. Darius pointed at his sister. You embarrassed her. You ruined tonight because you're jealous. Jealous? Nia laughed bitterly. Jealous of what? She's nothing special. She's everything you're not, kind and humble, Darius snapped. Mrs. Collins turned to her daughter. I am ashamed of you. You crossed the line. But Nia's pride hardened. Whatever. He's my brother. I can say what I want. Leah reappeared, wearing one of Mrs. Collins' spare dresses. Her eyes were still red. I think I should go. No, Darius said quickly. You're not leaving because of her. Leah shook her head softly. I just need space. He followed her outside to the porch. Leah, please, don't let this change anything. She looked at him, pain glistening in her eyes. Your family hates me, Darius. I could feel it. He took her hands. No, just my sister. And I'll handle her. Leah hesitated, then whispered, You shouldn't have to choose between us. I already did, he said quietly. And I choose you. Days later, the house was still tense. Mrs. Collins barely spoke to Nia. Her father refused to sit at the same table with her. You owe that girl an apology, he said one morning. You brought shame to this family. Nia folded her arms. She's not family. She's temporary. Mrs. Collins sighed. Keep talking like that, and you'll lose your brother for good. Meanwhile, Darius avoided home. He spent his evenings at Leah's apartment, helping her clean the dress and making her laugh again. You didn't deserve that, he said softly. She acted like a child. Leah smiled weakly. Families can be complicated. Maybe she just feels replaced. Her compassion stunned him. You still defend her? She's your sister, Leah said. But I won't lie, it hurt. Deeply. He kissed her forehead. I promise I'll fix it. A week later, Mrs. Collins forced a family meeting. Nia, she said sternly, you will call Leah and apologize. Nia frowned. For what, Mom? Everyone's acting like I committed a crime. You humiliated someone innocent, her father barked. You act like a queen when you've done nothing to earn the crown. Nia slammed her phone on the table. Fine. I'll call her. She dialed, but her tone was flat. Hey, Leah, sorry about the dinner thing. Didn't mean to ruin your outfit or whatever. Leah's voice was calm but firm. I accept your apology, but I hope one day you realize what that night really meant. After the call ended, Mrs. Collins sighed. That didn't sound sincere. Nia shrugged. It's done, right? Let's move on. But deep down, her pride was cracking. For the first time, she felt the weight of her actions. 2 months later, Mrs. Collins planned a surprise birthday dinner for Darius. Leah didn't want to come, but Darius insisted. Mom said it'll be peaceful. Nia promised to behave. Leah hesitated, then agreed. When she arrived, the atmosphere was warmer. Nia even smiled slightly. Hey, she said awkwardly. You look nice. Leah nodded politely. Thank you. As dinner progressed, Nia kept quiet. The family laughed, told stories, and sang, Happy Birthday. Then, during dessert, Nia stood. Leah, she said nervously, I owe you a real apology. I was wrong. You didn't deserve how I treated you. Leah's eyes softened. Thank you, Nia. That means a lot. The family clapped gently. Even Darius looked emotional. For the first time, peace filled the room. After dinner, Nia pulled Leah aside in the kitchen. I used to think you were taking my brother away, she admitted. But truth is, he's happier with you than I've ever seen him. Leah smiled kindly. He loves you too, you know. You just have to let him grow. Nia nodded slowly. I guess I was just scared. Losing him means losing my best friend. You're not losing him, Leah said softly. You're gaining me. They both laughed quietly. For the first time, Nia felt at ease. She hugged Leah. You're good for him. I see it now. Leah whispered, Thank you. Months later, the Collins family gathered again, this time for a celebration. Darius and Leah had gotten engaged. The house buzzed with joy and laughter. Even Nia helped set the table, humming to herself. When Leah entered, Nia ran to hug her. Congratulations, sis. Leah smiled. Thank you, Nia. During dinner, Mrs. Collins raised a toast. To forgiveness, to love, and to new beginnings. Glasses clinked, and laughter filled the air. Nia looked at the rice bowl in the center of the table, the same one from that unforgettable night. She chuckled. Who would have thought rice would teach me humility? Everyone laughed. Leah met her eyes and said softly, Sometimes it takes a mess to make room for grace. Darius squeezed her hand under the table, whispering, You really are the one. And this time, everyone agreed. The morning after the engagement, the Collins house felt lighter, like someone had opened every window and let grace blow through. Leah stood at the sink with Mrs. Collins, rinsing berries for pancakes while sunlight spilled across the counter. Mrs. Collins nudged her. You sure about this family, child? Leah laughed. I said yes to Darius, and somehow that meant all of you too. Nia shuffled in wearing an oversized hoodie. Before anybody throws shade, I brought peace offerings. She lifted 2 lattes from a tray. Leah, oat milk vanilla. Mom, extra cinnamon. Mrs. Collins took hers with a playful side eye. Look at the Lord. Nia exhaled. I've been reading this book on boundaries and siblings. Turns out I was clingy and territorial. She winced. I'm trying to do better. Leah set down the berries and hugged her. Trying counts. Later, Darius and Leah strolled down Auburn Avenue, fingers laced, skimming shop windows for ring ideas and venue boards. Small ceremony, big dinner, he asked. Or big ceremony, simple vows, she teased. I just want it joyful, not perfect. They stopped at a mural, a swirl of faces, fists, flowers. I used to think love was about being chosen, Leah said. Now I think it's about choosing back, daily. His phone buzzed. Group chat, Cousin Tamika, bridal brunch at my spot? I'll comp the pastries. And if anyone acts up, I'll escort them out myself. Nia chimed in moments later. I'll handle decor. No rice thrown unless it's in paella. Leah grinned. She's funny when she's not terrifying. That night, Darius's father pulled him onto the porch, the kind of quiet that smells like pine and memory. Son, I didn't handle your sister well. I let loyalty to the firstborn make me blind to her meanness. Darius leaned on the railing. We all failed a little. His father nodded. Then let's all grow a little. I want to help pay for the wedding. No strings. Just pride. Inside, Leah texted her mother a photo of the ring. He asked. I said yes. Her mother replied instantly. I could tell by the peace in your voice last week. I love you. I'll be there with my best church hat. Leah stared at the message, the weight and wonder of it, and whispered, We're doing this. The first week of planning felt like a joyful marathon. Nia had a mood board, sage green, cream, and gold accents. Tamika had pastry sketches. Mrs. Collins had a seating chart that somehow kept the feuding cousins at separate ends of the ballroom. Leah juggled calls between fittings and clients at the boutique. Her manager, Sky, leaned on a rack of silk dresses. "You're glowing. That ring is editorial." "Think so. Please." It's giving modern bride with a mortgage and a plan. They laughed until the bell chimed and a celebrity client walked in with her team. "We need 10 red carpet looks in 2 days, the assistant said. Leah blinked. 2 days. Sky whispered, "You can do this. I'll run interference." Leah texted Darius, "Work storm. Might be late tonight." He replied, "I'll bring dinner to the boutique. You focus. I'm your logistics department." By dusk, takeout containers lined the back counter. Darius massaged Leah's shoulders while she pinned hems on a sequined gown. "Breathe," he murmured. "I'm trying." Planning a wedding and this project at the same time is like juggling lit candles. "You're allowed to put 1 candle down." She shook her head. "I don't want to quit. I just want help." "Then say the word." She turned, eyes soft. "Help." He grinned. "On it." At home, Nia snuck into Leah's Pinterest board and replaced a few princess ball gown saves with sleek column dress options. She hesitated, then restored them. "New me asks first," she told her reflection. She knocked on Leah's door later. "I made a playlist for your fittings. Also, do you want classic aisle flowers or a half-moon meadow arch?" Leah blinked, touched. "Meadow arch." "Meadow arch it is," Nia said, typing furiously. "And, can I plan the rehearsal dinner toast?" Leah smiled. "I'd like that." Somewhere between fabric swatches and dessert tastings, pressure mounted. But it mounted on all of them, together now, not against each other, and that made all the difference. On a bright Friday, a 30-second video hit Atlanta gossip pages. Leah in the boutique, looking exhausted, saying to Sky, "If one more person tells me how to live my life, cut." The edit jumped to her laughing, "I'm not here to be anyone's little wife." The caption did the rest. "Stylist bride trashes marriage, humiliates fiancé." By noon, the boutique's phone rang off the hook. A client canceled. Another rescheduled with a cool, "We need a less distracted stylist." Leah's stomach dropped. Darius arrived in minutes. "Talk to me." "It's out of context," Leah said, breathless. "I was venting about a pushy vendor. And the little wife joke. Sky said I'd never fit the Stepford mold." I laughed. Sky stepped from the back. "It's my fault. I thought phones were away. Someone must have recorded from the doorway." Nia burst in with a portable ring light like she was storming a stage. "We're doing a live now." Leah stared. "A live?" "Yes. You're a storyteller. Story it. Tell the truth. And if anyone wants smoke, I've got a fire extinguisher." They went live on Leah's professional page. Leah breathed once, then spoke calmly. "Hi, I'm Leah. I'm a stylist, a fiancé, a daughter, and a woman who likes jokes that don't always land. A clip is circulating of me sounding dismissive of marriage. That clip is edited. Here's the context." She explained the vendor pressure, the joke, the stress. She ended with, "I respect marriage. I'm marrying a man I love because we build peace together." Comments poured in. "We love you, sis. Say it louder. Context matters." Darius closed the live with a kiss to her forehead. Then, a surprise. Darius's father posted from his rarely used account. "Proud of my future daughter-in-law. Strength looks like telling the truth when a lie is louder." The likes climbed. The boutique's phone pinged again. A new client, then another. Sky sagged with relief. "You're good," she said. "You're more than good. You're resilient." Leah leaned against Darius, trembling with the come-down. "I hate that attention can feel like a stranger walking through your living room." He squeezed her hand. "We'll give it a chair and tell it the house rules." The next Sunday, the family tried something new, brunch and boundaries. Tamika hosted in her cafe after hours, croissants steaming, eggs fluffy, the good jazz playing. Mrs. Collins set a bowl in the center of the table, starched linen under it, gold spoon beside it. "Rice." Nia raised an eyebrow. "Bold choice, Mom." Mrs. Collins folded her hands. "Symbols matter. We're rewriting a memory." They went around sharing one thing they were sorry for and one thing they were grateful for. When it was Nia's turn, she didn't look away. "I weaponized my insecurity. I was afraid of losing my brother, so I tried to break his joy." She swallowed. "Leah, I'm sorry. Not the PR apology. The real one. I was ugly. You showed me kindness I didn't deserve." Leah's eyes warmed. "Thank you. I forgive you. And I'm grateful we're here." Darius's father admitted he'd been too hands-off. Mrs. Collins confessed she'd tried to manage feelings instead of naming them. Tamika owned that she'd texted cousin Gossip when the rice incident happened. "I was messy," she said. "But I can be better." After, they cleaned together. Nia bumped Leah's shoulder. "Think the cafe could host the rehearsal dinner dessert?" Leah laughed. "You want a pastry power move?" "I want you to feel celebrated in the very city that tried you," Nia said. "Also, I'm debuting a toast. It's good. It's like Oprah good." "Oprah." "Okay, Gail good." They walked outside into sun so bright it felt like an anointing. Darius pulled them both into a hug. "My two favorite women getting along. I can breathe again." Nia pointed across the street. "There. Photo against that brick wall. We're capturing the rebrand." They posed, three heads together, and for once the lens didn't feel like intrusion. It felt like witness. The night before the wedding, the venue glowed, fairy lights strung over a courtyard, a minimalist meadow arch set on the lawn just like Leah wanted. Inside, long tables wore sage runners and low bowls of white peonies. At the far end, a small buffet of Southern meets modern comfort food hummed with warmth. On a side table sat a silver pan of something fragrant. Tamika winked. Risotto, made with Carolina gold. A rice redemption. Guests trickled in, laughter spreading like water over smooth stone. Leah's mother arrived in a navy dress, hugging Mrs. Collins like they'd been sisters in another life. "Your son is a good man," she said. "Your daughter is a good woman," Mrs. Collins replied. "Look at us, in-laws with manners." Nia tapped her glass. "I promised a toast. Here goes." She faced Leah and Darius, not hiding her nerves. "Last year, I thought love was a pie you cut into smaller and smaller slices until there's nothing left for you. I was wrong. Love multiplies. It grows more chairs around the table. Leah, I tried to flip a bowl to make the table smaller. You made it bigger. You showed me that grace is not weakness. It's strength so quiet, it makes noise in the soul. Thank you for loving my brother like a future and not a project. Thank you for letting me try again." Silence held the room for a heartbeat, then applause rose like a tide. Leah wiped her cheeks. Darius hugged his sister so tight she squeaked, "Careful, my edges." Music slipped in, a slow, honeyed groove. Couples drifted to the courtyard. Leah rested her head on Darius's shoulder. "You know the clip, the gossip, the rice, all of it. I wouldn't erase any of it," she said, "because it led us exactly